Let's go to our first story this evening. 3 persons, including a pregnant woman, have died following clashes at Agbogloshie in Accra. The violent clashes have left many injured and have been rushed to the hospital.
Trading activities at Agbogloshie Yam Market came to an abrupt halt following a feud between some factions among the slum dwellers. The cause of the clashes has been linked to a mobile phone theft. 4 persons who sustained machete wounds have been sent to the hospital. A timely reinforcement of security made up of the police and the military to the scene calmed the situation.
For now, what the police can say is that we've been able to stabilize the situation, and we are going to still give the maximum protection to the community. What we were able to also do was able to prevent the clash towards the market area or the business district.
1 person has so far been pegged. Ethnic-related attacks among the slum dwellers are not new. In November 2014, a similar clash left 2 people dead.
Okay, so the information also is a developing story, as you see right now. We're told a reinforcement of the police and military in the area. We want to go on to Skype right and speak to Emmanuel Coting. He's the Executive Director of the Africa Center for Security and Counter-Terrorism, actually, also a security analyst. Thank you very much, Mr. Coting. Good evening to you, if you can hear me.
Thank you. Good evening.
Now, it's not very clear what could have caused this latest clash. But for you, what do you make of this latest clash, which has claimed 2 lives, including a pregnant woman, from what we understand?
Thank you, and good evening to your cherished listeners. In fact, this is a very unfortunate incident, but we must be quick to distance this incident as a Konkumba-Dagumba issue. It's just an isolated incident of, let's say, if you look at Agbogloshie, it is actually made of Konkumbas and Dagumbas. So whether you like it or not, there could be some form of misunderstanding between a Konkumba person and a Dagumba person. So this is not an issue of Konkumbas at war with Dagumbas. There are some underlying conditions. Apart from the mobile phone incident, the police are alluding to the fact that that was actually the cause of this incident. It's actually an Andani Abudu issue. People lost their life when NDC came to power. So when MPP came to power, we had picked intelligence that the Abudus were preparing a reprisal attack. Unfortunately, the Andanis left their shacks and gave it to the Konkumbas unknowingly. So the Abudus were preparing to attack the Andanis, and unfortunately, this incident happened that Konkumbas were occupying these shanty apartments. So as a matter of agency, we have to look at this issue with some kind of dispatch, and we must send emissaries as soon as possible to our communities in the north to let our chiefs and people know that this issue is not about war between Konkumbas and Anumbas. I'm a Konkumba myself. Before I just got home, I just dropped my friend who is a Dagumba. So this issue is being blown out of proportion. It's an isolated case. And if we don't manage the information flow to the north, I'm afraid what can happen in the north, it will be too enormous to be able to contain. So my plea is that the Peace Council, the Christian Council, and all other stakeholders should, as a matter of agency, see this issue as an isolated case and see how they can send people on the ground to the north so that our communities will not be misinformed. Already, I'm getting calls from the north that Konkumbas and the Dagumbas are at war, but that is not the case. The police must also do well not to inflame it. especially when the truth is not being told. I'm not sure a mobile phone incident can spill over to what we are seeing now.
Okay, but Mr. Kotin, okay, if you can hear me, now you talk about the fact that this is not political. We seem to have lost Mr. Emmanuel Kotin, who is the Executive Director of the Africa Center for Security and Counterterrorism. He says that it is less of an ethnic clash and more of something which has political undertones. And indeed, that has been confirmed, at least by the account of the Member of Parliament who presides over that particular constituency. I mean, the area where the constituency really falls, and I'm talking about Neelante van der Poel, has indicated that right after the election 2016, there were these takeovers and all, which underline this particular issue. Well, the latest is that we're getting information that there's been reinforcement of police and military personnel in the area to forestall law and order. We're keeping a very keen eye on this developing story and the development in that area. And this incident happened at a location called the Konkonsaba and a place where also called Brazil Down, all in that same area. So we'll bring you updates on that as we go on.